I wanted to talk about this because this is definitely like the Republican attack line. Because obviously, when a world oil superpower goes to war with another energy rich country and does so disastrously, the net result is oil prices explode. And so everybody, Bice, I mean, all the Republicans are like, somehow now Joe Biden controls energy prices. Had Joe Biden invaded the Middle East, I would say you have an argument for that. But since Joe Biden just left the Middle East, I don't think you have a good argument for that.
Left the Middle East but it was like Trump who signed that declaration.
I know, but I'm saying Biden's the one who finally like ripped the Band-Aid
right,
off.
But I'm like, there's literally no way they can be mad at him for this.
Yeah. Literally. Well, and so they're like putting out all this stuff saying like and they want like halt the importation of Russian crude oil, which I don't know how that helps your oil and gas prices, but whatever. Embrace, what does that even mean? Embrace American oil and natural gas producers and work with them to increase output to meet domestic demand and increase exports to allies.
So they want to drill more in Oklahoma to export more.
Drill, baby,
drill. Is that what's happening? You want no.
Well, so I mean, I think that's like kind of the point is like after saying for blaming Joe Biden for everything, they're saying that now suddenly Joe Biden's responsible for not doing that. And somebody linked me this. I'll pull it up real quick. I don't necessarily agree with this article, but I'll show it just because I think it makes kind of the continued point. But not even $200 oil will make shale giants drill aggressively. And it literally quotes Devon, Continental, which are both based here, and then Pioneer Natural Resources, which I can't remember where they're based, as basically saying, like, we're going to drill when we want to drill, and we're not going to drill when we don't want to drill. I am skeptical that $200 oil, you won't have, like, people with pickaxes out there, like, digging in the dirt trying to get oil out. But my deal is like, Joe fucking Biden has nothing to do with it. He could, like, open the Arctic. But, I mean, those are, like, 10-year projects, Like, it ain't going to change gas prices in the next 6 months. This is just a stupid attack line by very dishonest
And you know
people.
what? Honestly, if I have to pay higher fucking gas prices for the people in Ukraine to have sovereignty, I'm ready to pay those fucking gas prices, man. Fuck off and your oil and your gas and your cultural bullshit. I'll pay $6 a gallon for gas for people in Ukraine to have fucking sovereignty.
So Nick, I mean, I really think that like the Republicans, like the conservatives, are trying to go for like, I think they're trying to Jimmy Carter Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Like I think they're trying to Jimmy Carter Joe Biden and like turn Trump back into like Ronald Reagan. I mean, like, listen, I'm fine with the '80s coming back, but just like the best parts of the '80s, like not
Trump
the shit
was literally Ronald Reagan already.
Right. Well, Ronald, this smooth, but and Trump's a bit more abrasive, with his hands. But I will say this, like, yeah, they're really big drill, Davy drill right now. When our answer to that should be energy diversification and looking at literally any of our other options that we have, like, Senator Corey. God, I'm literally forgetting the last name from New Jersey. Has he's had bills out talking about like nuclear energy and power and that sort of stuff. Like, there's no. You want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in real quick. So like, Oklahoma, like it's literally in our state songs. Winds come sweeping down the plains. It's like we could be one of like the major producers for wind harnessed energy. And we do. We have a ton of wind turbines all over the place, but we could have a lot more. There's tons of other ways that we can divest away from fossil fuels, and using this Russia-Ukraine circumstance as a reasoning is a perfect opportunity.
Hey.
It's like prime time to do that.
And on top of that, last night, me and Taz heard an interesting statistic at the thing we were at, that Oklahoma has more shoreline than any other state in the nation.
Yeah, all from man-made lakes.
Exactly. That's what I was telling her too.
But the point is, we have water and we have wind. Like, we could figure something the fuck out here.
And not to mention tons of opportunity for solar, and solar panels can go basically anywhere. There's initiatives on the East Coast that are putting solar panels on those division walls that are on the sides of major highways. It's like that gets tons of light. It's already not cute to look at. So why not use it as something practical and you could actually, make money off of, if that's the ultimate goal that oil and natural gas always comes back to, is making money.
Anna for president, 2024.
So I do think if oil goes up, like the policy idea that I think could get exceedingly popular is targeting gross production tax. I mean, it probably wouldn't make our gas prices go up at all because they'd be making such massive profit margins. You could just tax the profits, but it would be like a giant windfall for the government to reinvest in other things. I don't know. I mean,
Stitt
$200
also
oil
said-
would be insane. These companies would be making just ludicrous profits. So
Stitt also asking for more pipelines that would transport oil from here to the East Coast. And it's like, what have we been fighting against for the past, I don't know, couple of decades? Like, different places have been fighting against this for the longest. They cross tribal land. That's a complete health and risk hazard that we're exposing an entire disadvantaged community to.
Yeah.
It's just like he's not listening. Something's not clicking for him.
Well, I mean, and that's just a symptom of a larger problem. Like on
Have
the
you
other
not
side, they're literally calling for like a renewal of the Keystone Pipeline. Like,
I know y'all have
this
seen
last
that
summer.
that dumbass look that be on his face, that he just be like, no. She's like, something's not clicking. Obviously, it never is. Have you seen the guy? He just be like, what the fuck? Welcome to Oklahoma,
well, if you want,
where we need more taxpayers, not
Yeah.
taxes.
Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.